What is the best approach to prepare for my Scrum Master certification exam? This is a question from Steven. Hello, Steven. I did promise that if you drop any question you have concerning practicing Scrum or Agile in the chat box, I would answer it. So, Steven asked a question: what is the best approach to prepare for the Safe Master certification class? Hello, welcome to the Scrum chat room. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button and feel free to drop a comment, like, and if this is benefiting you, share to someone else need to hear this information. And one of the things we do here, we keep it real, we keep it practical, and we make sure that you're getting the best information. So without wasting much time, let's get straight to the question. Now, before I answer this question, I want to take a couple of steps back. Why do I need to take a couple of steps back and not give you a direct answer? Number one is because for you to be able to be successful in practicing Scrum, not in passing the Scrum certification, in practicing Scrum, you need to have the right mindset even before you enroll. A lot of people are getting into Scrum just because it's a lucrative career. It's a career with high portfolio, right? You're leading a team, but they are not preparing their mind to be able to take on what is going to come with them stepping into a leadership role. And for those who have not been in a leadership role before, you need to do double work in order to step into that position. And that work starts from how you prepare for your certification is very important. Now, the first thing you want to ask yourself is, why do I need to practice Scrum? Now, Scrum, it's kind of pivoting your career. Let's say that you're practicing nursing now, or let's say that you in the oil and gas, or let's say that you're doing accounting right now, and what you want to do is to be able to transition your career or to improve your leadership capability, because I don't see Scrum more like transitioning into IT. Scrum is not it's not an IT job. It just so happened that it is practiced now a lot within the IT field where it is used in building software. But then there are many operations that are not dealing with software that are adopting the Scrum framework right now. And one other thing you need to also understand is that from the Agile Manifesto in 1991 up to when the first Scrum guide in around 2010 and the second revision happening in 2020, it's just been in full implementation just about a decade and more. And a lot of companies are gaining trust in the framework, and they're seeing the benefit of using the framework. And that is why right now you're really going to see a lot of demand for the Scrum Master job. But for you to be able to position yourself and get in, you also need to understand the right way on what you need for your certification, because this is definitely going to help you really go faster in your job journey. So why do you really need to practice Scrum? Now, if you are in the nursing field, for instance, you can still become a Scrum Master in the lot of health organization needing a Scrum Master. So you need to be intentional. You need to do some research why you should practice Scrum. And now the second thing, and I mentioned it in the video yesterday, you need to have a mindset of this is a career, it's not a job. A lot of people are treating Scrum as a job. So I want to pass the exam, I need a job. I want to pass the exam, I need a job. No. So your mindset is, I want a certification because I want a career. So if you want a career, you are going to, first of all, put in the right time, the right energy, the right mindset in studying, and not getting maybe someone sit by you. And because with Scrum Alliance and PSM, you definitely don't need to go to class. You can watch online video here and there. You go take your certification and then you pass. And most often, is it the right thing to do? I recommend 50%. But if I were to give you a recommendation, I would say get someone that is practicing to teach you, because there's a lot of knowledge online that doesn't really align with practice, right? And also there's a really big difference between what you will see online and what you actually practice in reality. Just to give us an example of some of those differences. Now, with the Scrum guide, they say, hey, as a Scrum Master, what you can do is that you're going to participate in coaching, in coaching management within your organization. You will coach the organization on Scrum, on Agile practices or so. But in reality, what they mean is just your manager. If you are having events and your manager come in and say, hey, can we cancel some of this meeting? You need to be able to coach them. But many people kind of think that to say, oh, as a Scrum Master, I'm going to coach the entire organization and have meetings with them, teach them about how to use Scrum, and then work with my team. No. The Scrum Master job is principally helping their team to deliver. Right. Now, the transformation work on teaching the organization leaders and management on how to practice Scrum, it's beyond just a Scrum Master, especially if you're getting in early. That is something for the Agile coach, a senior Scrum Master, which means that it's a whole journey. Many people treat Scrum as if Scrum is just like a Scrum Master does it. No, it's a step by step. It's something you grow into. So when you have that mindset, it's going to help you to prepare well, to know that you are going in for a leadership exam. I always say this. If you can input 3 years just to get a bachelor degree, which after the bachelor degree, you need maybe about 2 years of internship to practice before you can think about a job, then Scrum has made it a Scrum Alliance and SAFE and all the organizations that are providing the certification has make it easy for you to sit in a 16-hour class and study and get a certification that will land you a 6-figure job, which means that you need to really put in all and all. A lot of people are not doing that. So that's the first phase of preparation you need. Ask yourself, why do I need to practice Scrum? Get your mindset ready. Get yourself ready. Be ready to invest in the best. Because if you don't invest in the best, one of the things I'm seeing is that many people are getting into the fee, and within the first 3 months, they're losing their job. Why? Because they did not go in with the right mindset. Now, the second thing, when you have the right mindset, is which certification should I take? Which one is going to take me to where I really want to go to? Now, it's not just about a professional Scrum Master, we have the certified Scrum Master, and we have the certified safe Scrum Master. So you need to be able to ask yourself, which one should I take? And now this needs you to do a bit of research about the different certification organizations, what are the opportunities in the market, and how can I advance my opportunities by going through any of these organizations. Now, without any bias, if you're new to Scrum, okay, you can start by getting in for the PSM or getting in from the Certified Scrum Master. But majority of enterprise or organization are requiring that you have the safe Scrum Master certification. So you can, and safe Scrum Master is offered by Scale Agile. All right, and do you need both? You definitely might not need both. You might just need to go in directly for SAFE. But if you have just PSM or CSM, you don't need to have SAFE to get into the job market. But SAFE is an advantage for anyone that want to really build a career in Scrum Master, because in agile coaching, because sales permit you to be able to get some high ranking, to be able to move into a release train engineer, to be able to move into a safe consultant, to be able to move to a portfolio level of coaching, to be able to move to the enterprise level of coaching, the government level of coaching. Now, with other institutions, Scrum Alliance and the PSM, you can still do that through going through the Agile certification. But then the advantage with Safe or Scale Agile environment is that it is already built really great framework with a lot of worksheet that makes your work really easy. So understand that, okay, make a decision which one you want to take, right? But for anyone, my personal recommendation, please don't, I'm not being biased on which one is good or which one is not good. My personal recommendation, I will say that, hey, go in for the safe Scrum Master certification. Even if you have the PSM, go in for the safe. Why? Because many companies want to scale up, and safe is what helped them to be able to safe Scrum Masters with the release train engineers, with the safe program consultants are the one that help with the scaling. All right, now when you make a decision on which of the certification you want to take, the next thing I'm going to recommend is that you need to be able to set a study plan. Although you might require to put in just about 16 hours to get a certification. Now, the question you want to ask is that, is this enough to give me the capacity and the leadership mentality I need to get into the job market? All right, the certification is just the first step. The bigger step is just going to be you building that capacity. I can recommend, which is something which is going to help you a lot if you really want to be good in Scrum, is that also enroll yourself in some leadership classes. Get some tactics in leadership, how to manage a team, how to relate with people, build some emotional intelligence while you're studying. Now, what I don't recommend is start from online videos. Start from watching online video before you do your certification. No. There's a lot of misconception on what Scrum is and on what the career really holds. Why? This is because the people that are just getting new into the Scrum Master field and they don't understand the whole embodiment of what Scrum is about and how you can build a career in. And they are doing videos based on just what they know by practicing with PSM or by practicing with CSM. So you need to be able to, first of all, go to the baseline, go to the basic, right? You know, when you're starting school, you start from kindergarten. The reason you don't just go to maybe grade 4 or standard 4 or whatsoever system you might be using is because there is a foundation you need to build. And my recommendation is that start with the Agile Manifesto. There are 12 points in Agile Manifesto. It is the foundation for Scrum, for practicing Agile, because Scrum is part of Agile framework. So start with the Agile Manifesto, go through the 12 Agile Manifesto and understand why Scrum even came into existence. What was the thinking? What was the agreement? And then when you finish the Agile Manifesto, now the second thing you want to be able to move into is to study the Scrum Guide. Study the 2020 version of the Scrum Guide. You need to be able to read that through and understand the baseline. Those are the foundation. Now, if you want to take a safe certification exam, then you need to study the 10 safe principles. Now, when you understand both of these, this is the first point, even before you decide which one you want to take, my advice is that you study the Agile Manifesto. I'm going to put links where you can download that for free. Study this, the Scrum Guide. I'll put links where you can get it for free. And also study the SAFe principle. I'm going to put that. When you have a knowledge of all of that, these are just very short documents that in less than 2-3 hours, you can go through them. When you have an understanding of all of these different documents, then the foundation is the Agile Manifesto that governs both the safe Scrum Master and the normal Scrum Master. Now, then you move to the Scrum Guide. Now, it gives you an understanding what you'll be expecting, right? Then you go to the safe principles. Now, you can now start comparing the difference between the safe and Scrum Master, safe Scrum Master and the normal Scrum Master. And based on that understanding, you can already know exactly what it requires for you to sit in the examination. If you want to do Safe Scrum Master, they recommend that you need to sit in for a 16 hours in class teaching. It can be online, it can be in person. Then the consultant now will give you access to your license to take your exam. And if you need SAFE certification, I am a certified SAFE program consultant, so I'm permitted to certify. You can reach out to me. My next class is going to be the 21st of January. It's going to be Friday and Saturday, 8 hours, 8 hours. So if you're interested in enrolling, reach out to me. I'm going to tell you how to be part of that class. All right. And then for the normal Scrum Master, although you can self-study and go enroll online and take that on board, which you can pay a certification fee and take that by yourself, I still recommend that go through someone that knows, understands, has been practicing. They are going to give you a feel of the industry. And when you have that, it's going to help you to be able to study. And they're also going to help you to know what to study and what not to study. But the baseline for the Scrum Master is the Scrum Guide. If you can understand the Scrum Guide, everything in there, then you understand the basic principles. All right. Then, after that, what you want to do is that take some time and start practicing. When you read and you understand the basic, move into start practicing mock exams. There are many mock exams you can start practicing, which will definitely going to help you go faster. Now, do I recommend you go to Udemy, you go to other side and take classes online, then practice and take? That might be okay if you've already had the leadership skills. You're a leader and you're just looking on how to easily get that. But before I got into the field, I had to sit in a 2-day lecture. I was already in leadership for more than 13 years before transitioning, before taking up a Scrum Master or Agile Coach career. And I had to still go sit there. And sitting there just helped me to be able to align what I've been practicing in my field, look at the differences, and appreciate the future of Agile in general. So, what I recommend, you can take mock exams on Udemy, but I've kind of got browsed through most of them, and some of them even have the wrong answers, and they give you a lot of contradiction. So the best way is to be able to do most of these mock practices on some of the recommended websites, which are definitely, I don't have them now, but I'll take time and look at them and share with you in my subsequent videos. Now, the last and most important thing is that take the exam by yourself. Take the exam. Have that mentality that you can do it. Don't try to say, oh, I need someone to sit by me if I'm no. If you can prepare your mind, it's not difficult. With Scrum, if reading a 14-page guide and taking an exam, although it's recommended that it's closed book, but no one is definitely sitting beside you to watch if your book is closed or not. Make your summary note, go in there, do it. Even if you don't make it the first time, it's going to help you to learn a lot. Why do you need to really take some time and do that? It's because it's leading to your practice. It's leading to your practice. So it's very important for you to do it by yourself. Now, what if you cannot understand all the information in the shortest time possible, in 1 week or 2 weeks? Take time, invest in it. You can even get a private tutor to help you. Many people don't yet realize that they are working towards a 6-figure career, which means you need to be able to invest to have the best. If not, you might succeed to even pass the certification, succeed to go through your interview and get the job, but you cannot keep it. And that is not really going to be good for your career. So, put in the right mindset. Look for what certification should I take. If you don't know what to take, talk to someone that is already in the field, get a deeper understanding of what it feels like. And then, the way to study for me is that look at the Agile Manifesto, Get to the Scrum guide. Then, if you want to take SAFe, look at the principles of SAFe, and then look for a tutor that's going to help you, teach you practically, and then you can now go ahead and use the guidelines and the information that they will help you with to practice for your exam. If you're already a leader, it's possible for you to read all of these guides and then go to Scrum Alliance. On the website, you're going to see recommended studies. They have recommended studies there. Don't go on YouTube. I will not come and teach a class on Scrum certification on YouTube completely. No. Why? Because it's something that means I'm going to be teaching like a 16 hours lesson all along. You can also see some YouTube videos on YouTube, like 3 hours, 4 hours, complete Scrum certification class. They're just going to give you a basic. But you and I understand that there's something more deeper you need more than just that. All right. So those are my requirements, but I will always say keep an open mind. What I teach here, it might work for you, it might not work for you. Just take what works for you, drop what doesn't work for you. But most importantly, if this was useful for you, hit the subscribe button. And if you're already practicing and you need a community where they don't just train you how to take an exam, we train you how to take the exam, we walk you and we train you how to familiarize yourself with the environment, get more familiar, practice, and then take your certification, then you are in the right environment. Check the description button. You're going to see a number and email out there. You can send a text through that number. You can send a WhatsApp message through that number. And we're going to reach out to you, and someone is going to call you, maybe myself or any member of my team is going to call you, and we're going to look at how we can help you. All right. Do have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. And tomorrow I did promise that I'm going to do a video. There was a request on how do you negotiate for salary. I'll do a video tomorrow on that. Thank you very much for watching.